Hi, welcome back. Wasn't that a most beautiful show? I actually couldn't concentrate on what I was doing because I was just blown away by that artwork. That is definitely going in my shopping bag. Maybe these two. Right, you've got a storage solutions hour this hour, which is fabulous. We all need storage, don't we? In fact, there's like kind of several hobbies, isn't there, really, when you craft? So a hobby is buying the craft stuff. Second one is putting it all away and organising it. Third one is using it. I know, funny that, isn't it? You're actually using your stash. And we've got some fabulous products that actually, those rice papers that we've just had next door, although that artwork would look absolutely phenomenal. Right, so first of all, let me introduce you to my team this morning. We've got Amber on cameras, not multifunctional, multi-talented is our Amber. Multifunctional. What else can you do with an Amber? We've also got Sophie on production.
Hiya.
There you go, there she is. And you stuck with me for an hour, I'm afraid, so sorry about that, but we're going to have some fun. We do have a spin the wheel for you in this hour as well, so type in orange and that will get you in that draw for somebody to spin the wheel at the end of the show. I just said to Sophie, why orange? She said, because last time I did lemon. I was like, okay, fair enough. Right, so first of all, let's do some housekeeping. So live shopping is a new way of shopping online. Okay, so when we were on TV, we'd be demonstrating, and if you wanted the product, you'd have to pop it in your basket, go and check it out, leave the demonstration. With live shopping, you can shop while you watch, which is absolutely brilliant. I love it because it's taken away that niggle. You know, that niggle of working on a visual channel but having to leave it to shop. So live shopping came along. I think we've been doing it probably about 12 months now, and it's been absolutely fabulous. And you know what the best thing is for us, the ones of you that bring you this, is that we get to share product with you and interact with you every day, which is just wonderful. I love it. So first of all, you can watch us on YouTube. So now you can put us on your big TV, which is what I do when I'm at home. So if I'm at home, if I've got a day off and I sit there watching, I'll have it on my television and then I shop on my phone and my tablet. You can watch us on there. You can also watch us on Facebook, on Instagram, and on our website, which is highlightcrafts.com. Okay. If you're going to shop with us on either Facebook or Instagram, we're going to show you a product, and that product will have a code. And all you need to do is type shop and then the code into the comments underneath that video. Okay, so it couldn't be any easier. And that will put that product into a basket for you. Then you'll get a message from us into your direct messages. And what that does is gives you a link inside that message. So click on the message, open up that link, click on the link, and that will take you to highlightcrafts.com. Now, if you're brand new to us, if you've never shopped with us before you purchase anything and check out, please create an account. It's free to do so. And what it does is it automatically makes you a club member, because we have a fabulous club called Club Highlight. And the way that that club works is when you first shop with us, you get an extra 5% discount. So actually the prices that you're seeing on the screen are higher than the price that you will actually end up paying. And it works in tiers. So your first tier gets you 5%, and then you work up the tier. So you spend X amount of money, you get to the next tier. Spend more money, get to the next tier. So you're really getting extra savings. And the club is free. So there's no fee. So you might as well just open an account and join us. So you're going to log into your account then, and then what you can do is check out those baskets. The sooner you check them out, the sooner our team in the warehouse, our little ninjas, will go around and pick your product and get it shipped out to you. So that's how you shop with us on Facebook or Instagram. If you'd like to shop with us on our website, it's super easy. You don't need a code for that. All you're going to do is go into Highlight Crafts, go to Watch Live, click the play button, and as soon as that show starts streaming, you will see all the items appear down the side of your screen. You're going to select the ones that you wish to purchase, and they will appear then in a little red shopping bag at the top of your screen. For you to log in and check out, just click that shopping bag, and that will automatically take you through that login and checkout process. Now you can also shop ahead. I know we've had a few things go, a few little gremlins in our system with shopping ahead, we are going to sort that out for you, okay? So don't panic. It's not nothing that you've done wrong. We're not taking it away. You can absolutely continue to shop ahead, but we're just going to make sure that everything's loaded correctly for you. So take away that angst and let's just sit back and enjoy this show. So that's how you shop with us here at Highlight Crafts and Live Shopping. Right, let's say good morning to a few of you while you join. We've got Diane with us. Morning, Highlighter, she says. Morning, Diane. Jane, morning all. Janet, morning, Mel and everyone. Good morning. David Bryan's watching us. Pat's watching us. Tracy, Dee, Liz, Doreen, Karen. Karen says, I'm not a fairy person, but those papers are stunning, so I just have to have them. I know. We've just done a launch of 60 new designs, download, honestly, exquisite is the word I would use. Mitch, morning Amber, morning Sophie, morning Mel. There you go, I like that, all three of us. Lynn says hi, Wendy, Karen, Barbara, Fiona and Maureen. Don't forget to be typing orange into those comments with a chance to win. Right, give us a minute, I need a drink. All this talking, honestly. Right, look at these. So this morning I brought these in, right? And I took the strap off and I looked inside and there's two of them. I didn't know you were getting two. I thought you were getting one. £17.99 for two. I've paid upwards of £40 for these for home. These are like your hat boxes. And when I came in, I mean, look at the buckle on that. Isn't that fabulous? They're brilliant, aren't they? A faux leather buckle, riveted with the metal, proper metal buckle, stitched. I mean, these are just gorgeous. So this has got your marble effect on. But imagine if you took this, added your rice paper on the top and marble sprayed it. How incredible would that look? Absolutely amazing. So let's have a look at these. So you've got, look, it's all riveted here. So it's properly finished. I love that. You've got those really, really strong metal rivets in there. The faux stitching is stitched with cord. So it's super, super, super strong. You've got the rivets down here holding this in place. You've then got that gorgeous marble texture stitching all the way around the top. It's properly finished and it's a really good heavy board. So I would have these as decorative elements. I'd take my cadence, my products, and I would decorate these to within an inch of the life because they're absolutely beautiful. That strap just opens up with the buckle, and when you look inside, it's properly finished. I love that. There's nothing worse than opening a box and it's all flimsy inside, is there? Even down to the fact that they've marbled the base inside. Now, you could get lots of stuff in here. This could be a children's toy box, but it would look like a grown-up project, wouldn't it? They're fantastic. I love them. And the fact that you're getting both of them for £17.99 is absolutely extraordinary to me, because I just think I would have expected to pay at least £20 each for these. Because they are just such good quality. And then you've got the leather strap. It made me think of the film Titanic. You know, when they're all boarding the ship and they've all got the big hat boxes and the big trunks with all the clothes in, fancy clothes in. When I walked in, that reminded me of that. I think these are absolutely glorious. Please don't miss out on these. Shop Marble, £17.99. Now this, guys, is why you open an account, because that price is going to come down because you're going to get your club discount. Then you're also going to get your loyalty points back in a couple of weeks' time. Get that basket to over £35, no postage. Right, gorgeous. Next ones, these. I love this. Absolutely love this. These are your craft ones. You've got your rivets again, exactly the same quality as the previous ones that we've shown you, but this time you've got this woven ribbon. So imagine this as a gift. How wonderful would that be? That as a gift, rice papered on the top, stenciled around the sides, decorated with all your Cadence product. And Stephanie showed you in a show last week how to seamlessly put 3 or 4 or 2 or 3 or 4 rice papers together. So even though if you've only got an A4 printer, you could do that on here. These are absolutely phenomenal. And again, you're getting 2 of them. So one inside the other. I was really surprised when I took the lid off this morning, there was another one inside. I actually had a little moment to myself because I was like, oh, look at that. We get 2. Right, this is Shopcraft with a K. 14.99. 14.99, even better. Good grief. Right, absolutely you need these in your basket, guys. We haven't got big stocks and I don't know whether we can get any more back, but the quality, the finish, I mean, if you just come and have a look here, Amber, you can see the thickness of that board there, and it is a board, you know, and it's been molded around. Going around making a box like this is one of the hardest things, because creating a circle with board is really difficult. Then you've got all the rivets around the bottom, round here as well. It's just stunning, isn't it? 30% of this one is allocated and in people's baskets. Please don't miss out on these, because if you do, I'm having them. I'm just saying, if there's any left, these are coming home with me and I'm going to decorate them on Sunday when I've got a day off. I think these are absolutely exquisite. Great. And they're great for getting all that stuff away. You know, even if they are for the kids' toy boxes, you don't have to decorate them for children, but it gets all the stuff in one place. And I love that. Maybe you're going to put all your Caden stuff in there. Who knows? It's entirely up to you. But Shop Craft with a K is going to get you those if you're quick. Right, now the next product, we've got this barrel bag. Now, as soon as I opened this morning, I went, right, that's going to be brilliant for all your swimming stuff, isn't it? So if you go swimming, oh, look, you've got a little pouch inside as well. That's cool. But look at this as a sports bag. This is fabulous. Or maybe it's just a bag for a weekend away. You don't want to take a big suitcase. You just want to stick something in here for the kids. I would use this at home because we've got tents coming out of our ears. Mick bought all this camping stuff. We've never been camping, honestly. He's like, oh, we can go camping. Yeah, we could, love. You want to sleep on a hard floor, you crack on. Oh, well, that's up to you. Right, so you've got this fabulous barrel bag. You've also got the pocket inside. So you've got it zipped inside there, which is perfect. Great for the kids if they go swimming for school as well. But you get your towel, your swimming costume, your goggles, all your other bits and pieces in there, all nice and safe. So if you want this one, it's Shop Barrel. It's $9.99. So nice price too. Maybe it's going to be your gym bag. I don't know. Whatever you choose to use it. Look at that. I love it when you do that and you get all the air out. It's cool, isn't it? Right, marble, we've got one left. So if you want Shop Marble, you're going to have to be really, really quick, please. You're getting both of them. Is it gone?
It says it's sold out, but we've got one left.
Okay, we've one left. You need to put it in your baskets and make sure that you're checking those out, because as we said in the previous show, until you've checked out your baskets, it's like your trolley in the supermarket. While you're putting it around your supermarket, it's not yours because you haven't paid for it and checked out. Same with this. It's gone now. Right, marble's completely gone. Craft, this is your next best.
We've got half the stock has gone.
Okay, half the stock of this has gone. We need to try and get more of these. I walked into the warehouse a few weeks ago and saw these, and Sam went, what are you doing round there? Because I'm in all the stuff that's arrived. She's like, what are you doing round there? I'm like, nothing to see here. And these were the first things that I saw. I thought, these are great. Right, so want those, Shop Craft. Half the stock is now allocated. Now then, we've got big bags for life. These are great, aren't they? You could use these with your transfer sheets. Oh, now there's a thing, right? So we now sell transfer sheets. So they come as a piece of paper. You can use them on an inkjet printer. And we do one that has a number 2.0 on the back, which is for light colours. And we have one that's for dark colours. So now you could print off something out of those rice papers on that paper. You can use it on an inkjet. You can use it on a laser, but not an industrial laser. So don't print it off at work because it will overheat and it won't work properly and it's not good for the printer. You can use it on a home laser, but please leave it between 15 minutes between to cool down because a laser printer gets hot. So you can only print one, then you have to wait, then you print another one. But on an inkjet, works brilliantly. So you could take these, I mean, they're big, okay? You're going to get a lot in these. And I used to look at these bags and think, oh yeah, they're not very sturdy. They are. They absolutely are. I now take something like this shopping because you just get so much in them. The depth of these, I mean, they're huge. I'll tell you what else is, oh, now then. Now, here's a thought, guys. What if you got these today? When we bring our Christmas rice papers, which will be starting to appear shortly, you could print them onto your transfer them onto your dark fabrics, and these could be your gift bags for Christmas, but they're personalised. And then your friends and family can use them right throughout the year. These are great. You're going to get 3 of them. Shop Shopper. Oh, that's a mouthful, isn't it? Shop Shopper. 3 of them for $12.99. They're great, aren't they? And they have a nice long handle as well, so they're not just stuck right under your armpit. Look, you've got plenty of room there as well, but they are super strong. I was really surprised because I took one. I thought, yeah, I'm just gonna see. I fill these with bottles of pop, and you know how the big bottles, the 2-litre ones, you know how heavy they are. Didn't waver at all. I was like, they're fabulous. But now we've got that transfer that you can use on darks. That's brilliant. I love that. They're fabulous. Right, now then, these. Oh, I love them. Absolutely love them. And I was laughing this morning because as I'm bringing these in, I was looking at this and I thought, yeah, a few years ago, Alice would have had that and she'd have been all over that. Now, it'd be that one. Because she absolutely loves basketball. She's always outside doing hoops like that, which is quite funny because I used to be the captain of the netball team. So she's obviously got that from me. Right, let's have a look at these because these are super cute. Now, if you're going out with the kids, the children during the summer holidays, one of the most expensive things when you go out for a day is food, right? Look at these. This is brilliant. You can pack it up before you go. You've got your little fork and your spoon in there, which is just fabulous. I love these. And these for little ones are great, aren't they? I mean, they could take this to school. Then you open that up and you've got all your compartments inside, so they could have the veg in there, the fruit in there, and the little sandwiches in there. Or you could use this. And I was thinking about this overnight. I know I read these really wake up in the middle of the night thinking, oh, you know that product that we've just got in? I could use that with my embossing powders. So I'm thinking glitter, regular clear embossing powder, and ultra thick embossing powder, because then you can use a spoon to pick it up and sprinkle it onto your projects. I think that's really cool. So not just for food, but I'm thinking about crafty things for that. So you've got that side, and then also this side opens up and you've got a bigger container in there. They're really good, aren't they? And you'll get quite a lot in here. Now you're getting 2 of them for $9.99. They're really nicely made as well, and they clip together. So you've got the nice clip at the front so that they're nice and sturdy, but even down to this detail. Because if that was flat, trying to get your nails in between there would be pain in the neck. This gives you that curve. So very easily you can get your thumb inside and then they just click back into place. And it's a nice click. So it's really tight. So if you're in the market for these, I think these are going to be brilliant in the summer. When I was little, my mum would say, right, so during the summer holidays, my friends were all off. There's 17 houses on our street, and there were 13 children. And there's massive fields all the way around us. So we used to be out, go out in the morning, didn't come back till night time, and send us a packed lunch like this. This would have been brilliant. Backpack, this in it, off you go. Fantastic. 2 of them. Shop Pink will get you the ones with the unicorns on and the rainbows. Shop Blue, is it blue? Soph?
Yes.
Yep, Shop Blue is going to get you the 2 blue ones. They're exactly the same inside. Okay, so I don't need to go through all of them, but you could change this. Now you're not going to be able to peel this off, but you could paint over it with your hybrid acrylics, and then you could put your pattern of choice on top of there. So you could use your vinyl, sorry, words, bear with. Then we've got these 2. They're great, aren't they, with the car on and the tracks. So you could have those for the little guys in your life, whether it's girls or guys, it don't matter, does it? And then you could take this one to work with your lunch in. Good that, isn't it? I've realised since I've been working here how expensive it is to go out and buy lunch every day. These are going to be fabulous, aren't they? They're great. I wonder if they go in the freezer. I don't. Oh, hang on, let's have a look. Wash before use. Oh, they're made in Turkey. Oh, how funny. BPA free. Let me have a look. No, it doesn't tell me whether they go. Oh, it's. I think I'd just wash them in warm soapy water. Right, so if you want any of those, I think these are great. Absolutely fabulous. Also, they'd be nice as a little Christmas gift or a birthday gift because you could fill it with little sweets. And my mum used to do as a little packed lunch and off we go in the morning. And I love the idea of doing that. But, it's, you know, for you or for the children in your life. Right, so you've got your options there. Shop pink, shop blue, shop red, or shop cream. Are we doing on the craft boxes, Soph?
We've got 3 left.
Right, we've got 3 left. If you want them, please get them in your baskets. I'm just thinking about all that. You know, when David just cut out that fairy, you could have them all the way round the edges and then a big scene on the top. Please don't miss out on those, because if you don't get them now, I'm having them. I know, I shouldn't do that, but you know what? They're fabulous. Right, I'm going to bring this round the side, so we'll go over here, Amber. Now, this is fabulous. So Amanda was saying the other day that she lives in quite an old house, and the wardrobes are quite shallow. So they're wide, they go the full width, length of the room, but they're quite shallow. And we have wardrobes like that because we live in a house that was just a bungalow, and then they extended up into the attic. So when we're in bed at night, the room's like that. It comes up like that, and it curves like that. So I have rails that go across that recess because you can't get full-size wardrobes in that room. It's a pain in the neck, but it's the shape of the house, so we can't change it, can we? So having stuff like this is just going to, and it's rammed. But having things like this are really useful. So first of all, at the top, it's riveted. Okay, it's a really good quality canvas. It's stitched all the way around and across so that you get those little seams in there as well. And then it's got your hook and loop on here, but not just a little circle, a proper band of it. Okay, so that would go round your rail at home. Okay, but look at this. This is brilliant. Ready? Look at that. Isn't that fantastic? Now, I'm going to get a few of these because 1, I need them for my shoes. 2, I'm going to put t-shirts in. 3rd one, I'm going to put things like my hairdryer, my straighteners, that kind of thing in there. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of the shallower compartments and then 1 of the deep ones. If you want to tidy up your space, this is going to be brilliant. Now, I also have at home those really useful boxes, you know, the ones that are shallow, long and shallow. So I could have one of these in my craft room. So I could get Mick to put a hook on the wall, hang this over the top, and I could have all my pens and pencils all in colour order. But what a great way to sort out, organise. Because there's nothing worse, is there? You go to find something, a pair of shoes. I'm looking through all the different suitcases that I've got all my clothes in because I've got boots in one and shoes in another and all that kind of stuff. This is absolutely fabulous. Maybe you've got friends and family coming to stay and they need somewhere to put all the shoes and all their bits and bobs. This is going to be great for that. Now, Shop Organise is going to get you this, but it's going to get you 2 for £9.99. That's crazy. £4. Oh, I need to have a word, don't I? £4.50. Is that right? No, £5. Well, after your discount for that. That's extra. I don't even know how they made it for that. And each one of these has a piece of board at the front as well, so it's not going to get. That's what holds it sturdy. There, really beautifully made, piped around the edges, properly seamed at the sides, and a really good strong hook and loop, so it will take some weight. You're getting 2 of these guys for £9.99. I mean, come on. Honestly, if I drive over here on a Monday morning, I've only done it once. Well, actually, no, I did it twice. Yeah, you know what you say, don't you? Right, anyway, 2 of those. I drive over on a Monday morning early, and sometimes I'll stop at the services. And I went to one of the coffee shops in there, and it was £5.05 for a hot chocolate. £5.05 for a hot chocolate, and it was gone within minutes. Paying less for that. And I mean, that's going to last you forever. It's brilliant, Really, really, really good quality. 40% of these now, at that price, I'm not surprised, are allocated and in people's baskets. That is a deal and a half, isn't it? How fantastic is that? Right, there's no other words for that, is there? If you want them, shop, organise, 2 of them, $9.99. I'll be buying several of those. Just saying. Right, now then, Packmate. This is roll storage bags. So you're getting 5 small in each one. I really want to open this and show you, because I don't think until you see it, you're going to... I don't think I'm allowed to, because that means we haven't got many. So Packmate, travel roll storage bags, saving space and protecting clothes when travelling. Now, the best way to pack clothes is to roll them, because when you unroll it, if you put them flat and fold them, all the creases are compacted, aren't they? So you can put your clothes into these, roll them to get all of the air out, and then or ziplock it first, and then roll it to get all of the air out. Look at this, approved in 2023 by Good Housekeeping Institute. So they're obviously a really good quality, because you wouldn't get that without them being so. So in total, you're going to get 10 of these. So 10 of the small bags. These are fabulous, aren't they? Even if you use them to store your fabrics. You know, if you're somebody that's a sewer and you've got stash of fabrics like we know you have, these are going to be fabulous for that. So if you're in the market for some of those, it takes all of the air out, keeps them nice and flat, helps you get more. So if you're, when you go overweight or you've got to pay for big suitcases, you might be able to take a smaller suitcase. You might just be able to take hand luggage if you're going away for a few days, which will change the price of your holiday, won't it? Which is great. I know. I was really annoyed when David and I went to Turkey. Just bear with me a minute. Because we only paid for hand luggage, I didn't realise that you couldn't take things that were bigger than 100 mil. I thought it was like just the same as if you're checking it in. Yeah, well, that's me, innit? Because I don't go abroad very often. Well, should have seen me. I nearly properly kicked off, and I haven't kicked off for a long, long time. So you're going through customs, aren't you? And they take all my shampoo, all my conditioner. It's a good job my perfume wasn't in there, because I would have been really annoyed, and several other things. And I know it's my fault, but do you know what really annoyed me? I'm going to have a bit of a rant now. Do you know what really annoyed me? And this isn't right. So, if anybody in government's watching, you need to change this. You know, when you go through, they take all your product away. There was nearly £100 worth of product they took away, but then I can go through and buy it in duty free and put it on the plane. I can go and buy over 100 ml bottles in duty free. Right? Mad, isn't it, that? Wasn't happy. Was not happy at all. Tell you that. It's crazy. And I actually said to the guy who was checking it, I said, but now I can go through and buy over 100 ml in there. He went, I know. He said, me and my workmates have just been having a conversation about that. I said, well, you need to take it to the top, because that's not right. It's like service stations on the motorway can charge you 40p a litre more. No. I think I might run for Prime Minister. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that? I'll tell you what. You wouldn't want that, honestly. Would you vote for me? Yeah, I'm proper. I'm like, this is it. Right, storage for your pens. Now, this is fabulous. These, the holes here are about 3 centimetres. Let me just get one of these out. There we go. 3 centimetres. So if your alcohol markers are shallower than that, pro markers, etc., they will fit in here. But what a great way of organising all your pens. It even comes with a little screwdriver and instructions on how to put it together. So it shows you very, very clearly, these are your pieces, that's how you put them together, little screwdriver, and the screws are included in there as well. This is fabulous. If you love colouring in, and I'm obsessed with colouring in. I've been like it since I was a little girl. Unfortunately, I don't get to do much of it anymore because we're too busy. But I love it when it's all organised. Now, mine were all in boxes. So they're all in boxes, and I had to root through to find the colour. This, brilliant game changer. Also gets all of it off your desk. It keeps them stored horizontally, which is the best way to store your pens, so the ink doesn't run to one end or the other. And it just, you've got arrange it in all your colour families. So you've got your light, your mid, your dark, etc., etc. Now, we've knocked £10 off this. Shop pen, $24.99. That's before your discount. Add in something else to get over that shipping, and you'll get that shipped as well without any postage, as long as you get your basket after discounts to over £35. But that is a cracker, and you could get several of them and line them all up, because I have, gosh, I must have thousands of pens, literally thousands of them, because I've got my watercolour ones, I've got my Pitt pens that are the Indian ink ones, I've got paint pens. What else have I got? I've got paintbrush pens, I've got metallic pens, I've got all my Copic pens, I've got all my ink lily pens. Honestly, so many. What a great way to organise them. Shop pen, and it will fit up to 120 pens. That's going to get them all out, all organised, and you'll use them more then. You'll absolutely use them more. So if you want that with the £10 discount before your extra discounts as club members, you can have that today. Shop pen. 10% of this is now allocated. Well done. I'm really glad about that. How are we doing on the craft boxes, Soph?
I think we've got 2 left.
Got 2 left. Ooh, I might get away with it. I might get away with it. No, seriously, if you want them, you get them, because I'm sure Stephanie can find some more. Right.
People saying they'd vote for you.
Would they vote for me? Let's have a look. Oh, I tell you, I'd change this country overnight. I'd be ruthless. I would, honestly. Not, ruthless as in ruthless, but I would. Mel for Prime Minister, says Dee. Yes, I'd vote for you, Mel. The craft party. Mel for PM. Can you imagine? Honestly, I'd change that straight away. 100ml bottles. That's ridiculous. I'd vote for you, Mel, says Bridget. Basket thieves are out again. Went straight to checkout and missed out on the marble boxes. See, you've got to be quick. Honestly, I'm really sorry, Karen, but we do have the craft ones left. You could paint it and then use your marble spray from Cadence to make it look like that. You could, couldn't you? You could gesso them and change the colour. That might be a good idea, Karen. Yeah, they're all saying, vote for me. That's brilliant. I love that. Sarah Jane Kennedy says, finding it really hard to watch stream, very jumpy. I've gone out and in again, still jumpy. It's your end, love, because it's not on ours, I'm afraid. So you might need to sort that out. Might be an internet issue, I don't know, but it's definitely not on our end. If you have children or grandchildren, etc., you will be able to make and decorate the boxes for Christmas Eve boxes. Good shout, Wendy. Or Mel to give her hubby a filled box of her receipts for the year. That's funny, because I do that. Because I'll get up every Christmas day, it happens, and on my birthday. Better not do it on a silver wedding anniversary, I might divorce him. I'll come downstairs and he'll go, morning, love, Merry Christmas, happy birthday. What would you like for Christmas? I'm like, it's Christmas Day, dude. So now I've got to a stage where I either go, this is what you've bought me, or I give him a box of receipts and go, right, that's what you need to put in my bank account because that's what I've bought. But yes, Christmas Eve boxes. Wendy, that's a great shout. Why did I not think of that? That's genius. Thank you. Okay, working and watching, but not saying which is being ignored. Not sure what you mean by that. Maybe I'm halfway.
She's watching rather than working.
Oh, good for you.
Bushes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I get it now. Right, thank you. Now I've got the context. Oh, yeah. Better watching us than working, isn't it? Are you in the office or are you working from home? Good for you. Morning to everybody, and thank you. Karen's bought the craft ones. Yes, Karen, good girl. Oh, Mel, I can see you at number 10. Craft budgets for all, lol. Right, absolutely. Lorraine says, I'd vote for you. Definitely vote for you, says Deborah. Mel for Prime Minister. Oh, I'd create absolute mayhem. I would. I'd properly sort it out. Can you imagine? Not in a million years would I want that job, thank you very much, but yeah, I would absolutely whip us into shape. Right, now then, this is a cracking box as well. This is lovely, and it comes flat packed to you. Really, really lovely quality, this. So you get your, you don't really need instructions to be fair, but you get all your rivets to go to build this together, and then metal. So again, really, really good quality product. This is your Carolyn storage. So you just lift these up, open it out, they come inside, pop all the little circles out. Your rivets go through there and holds it in place. Really, really, really sturdy. Listen, really lovely board. And it has almost like a linen finish to it. It's really lovely quality. I like the colour as well because it's neutral, so it will go in most people's homes. You also even get, I love this, attention to detail, the little leather strap that goes on the front. So if you're pulling it out from under the bed, because this is classed as under the bed storage, I'm like, that's not going under my bed. That's absolutely going on in my craft room with all my stash in it. Papers, card, bottles of paint, all of that kind of thing. So again, you're going to get that with all the metal rivets, and then the lid is a really good size. So if you bought those big rice papers, this one's got a little bit coloured. Oh, I might have to have this one if it's got a little bit dirty. If you bought those big rice papers, or you're going to seam the rice papers together, this is going to be fabulous. And again, I'm going to say obviously the main rooms in your house, but also the children's bedrooms, because you've got to get that stuff off the floor. Have you ever stood on a piece of Lego? I won't tell you what I said when I did it, but it wasn't nice because it really, really hurts. So again, we've got this on a deal for you, $10.99. Several of these stacked up. You could even get a piece of leather or faux leather, cut a strap and make it look like the marble boxes looked. But this is honestly fabulous quality. It's as thick as I would say a piece of mount board, but it's denser. Because mount board, sometimes when you tear, it's really fibrous inside. This is denser than that, so really good quality. Right, next, Joseph and Joseph. Now, we had the Joseph and Joseph knives at home, and they are a fabulous brand, and they're all about solving problems. So, this is how you assemble it. You get everything that you need in the box, okay? So, you're going to get your base, your lid, and your metal dowels. Now, this underneath here is a Lazy Susan. So you can put it at the back of your cupboards and then still turn it round to get to what's at the back of this. And yes, it's made for the kitchen, but in my head, it's on my craft desk. And I need several of them, because when we work as crafters, and you'll know this, right? We've got, this is our craft desk, right? And you've got all your stuff here, and then you get more stuff out and it comes round here, and then you get more stuff across here, and you end up working in a square like this, surrounded by your stuff, don't you? We all do it, don't we? And then we have a quick tidy up, and then we're like, no, I need to, end up working in this again. This is going to be brilliant. So the products that you use all the time, it's going to be amazing. Now it's flat at the back, and that's great because that means it can go up against either the front of a cupboard door, so it's not sticking out that way, but the fact that it's got the Lazy Susan on it means that you can rotate it. So on a craft desk, you could have all your paints and your aquastone and all that kind of stuff, or your inks or your stamps or whatever it is you use, and you just rotate it round, take off what you want, rotate it back. Really clever. Absolutely, you can use it in the kitchen, but also think about your bathroom cupboards. So when we open our cupboard doors, I've got stuff in boxes, so I put it in boxes rather than just on the shelf. I have to take the box out to get what's at the back of the box. Doesn't solve the problem really, does it? It does for cleaning, because you just take the boxes out, clean it, and put the boxes back in. But this, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Even in the kids' rooms, if they've got all the remote controllers and the game handsets and all that kind of stuff. Joseph and Joseph is a really good quality brand. David and I both have the kitchen knives, and they are really good. And they don't make stuff for the sake of making it. They make it purposeful. In fact, I think if you open this up, it tells you a little bit about them in here. There we are. Right, so it says, brilliantly useful design. At Joseph and Joseph, we love solving everyday problems through intelligent design. Be it for the kitchen, bathroom, or utility room, we apply the same inventive thinking to everything we do. Our mission is to create desirable products that enhance everyday life and that stay true to our philosophy of creating brilliantly useful design. And it is. Now, today, wow, you can get that for $18.99 before your club discount, and then you'll get your points back. That is a deal and a half, because that brand is not an inexpensive brand, and you're getting a really good quality product. Shows you how to assemble it. There's that little raised area here. That's where your Lazy Susan is underneath, so you can rotate it round, and it might be that you do use it in the kitchen. Brilliant, right? but think about all the other areas in your home that you could use that as well. And it flat packs. So if you're going away and maybe you've got a caravan, that's going to be brilliant, isn't it, on the table instead of covering everything. Maybe you want to take it outside at night with all your condiments and your crudités on. You could use it like that. You could put your little dips and stuff in there and then rotate it round because it's got a Lazy Susan in it. That, brilliant product. Short Rotate, $18.99. This was the first thing that drew me when I went over to look at the hat boxes. Like, oh, we've got Joseph and Joseph. Love that. Right, so if you want that one, it is Short Rotate, $18.99. Now, this is another one. So if you like the cream storage that I showed you before, I've got to get this out of here because I need to show you this open. And I want to try and get it out so I don't break that. That's it. There you go, look. Where there's a will, there's a way. Right, now this one has that double strapping. So again, nice grey, so a neutral colour will go with most decor. Look at this. This is the quality of this product, and this is $14.99. Right, look at this. They've even lined that with a faux leather. Isn't that is attention to detail. Love that. Full strip of your hook and loop in here. So you've got the male and the female version. Just go over there, pop that together. So you've now got double. I'm going to turn this around and show you this. So again, if you've got clothing rails, if you've got narrow wardrobes, look at that. Isn't that fabulous? Towels, bed linen, face cloths, kids' toys, craft product even. Now this has got a board that goes right the way along, so this is boarded right the way through, so it will hold that strength. Maybe you're going to put boots in there, maybe it's all your slippers and your shoes as you come in through the door, maybe it's something like that. But how fabulous is that? And you've got the 5 containers, so the 5 sections down here, but it's really beautifully made, and it's made because really strong, because you're going to get a lot of stuff in there, so they have to make it strong, otherwise you're going to ring them up and complain, aren't you? Absolutely, and quite right too. But that is a cracking deal. So again, you know, all the towels that you have, maybe you've got a guest bedroom and you have people around to stay with you and they need somewhere to unpack into. So if somebody came and stayed with us, there's no wardrobes in the second bedroom because we can't fit them in. We can't make them fit in. You can't get a standard wardrobe. It needs all fitted wardrobes, literally bespoke making. So if we ever have friends over to stay for the weekend and they need somewhere to put the t-shirts and the jeans and the leggings and the shoes and all of that, this is going to be fabulous. So if you want this one, Shop Soft, $14.99. You've got a saving on that one as well. Right, next one. These are for your dies, stamps, stencils. This is for your crafting now. Now, what I would say is, when I first started in the industry, many years ago, 38 years ago, I started doing something creative for a living. I used to go around and do craft fairs, and I used to do flower arrangements, silk flower arrangements, and I used to make cards that went alongside them. Now, this opens inside here. So when I used to go around to the different shows, I'd have a folder and I'd have pictures of all the different flower arrangements that I could do with the prices on, and they could flick through the folder and go, right, I'd like that one, but I'd like it with these flowers. So it was literally a bespoke service for the customer. You could do that with this because they open in here. They don't open at the side or at the top or at the bottom, so it's really easy to access. Now, little stencils, they're a divil to store, because if you get a stencil wrapped up with another stencil, you're then risking damaging it when you're unlocking it all, right? This is going to be perfect for that. But it might just be a reminder of how far you've come in your crafty journey. You might like to do lots and lots of different crafts. You could take photographs and just log them, or you might just want to use something like this as an art journal and do lots of small pieces of your art and have them in here. I remember many years ago on Create and Craft, there was a brand, and I can't remember the name of it, but they were see-through handbags, and they had all these compartments all the way around the outside edge, very much like this, and the idea was that you decorated them with your art. So you created these small pieces of art and you slid them into these compartments. So maybe it's that, maybe you're going to use them to store your stamps, your stencils, your dies, whatever it is. You're going to get 40 of them for $4.99. Okay, nothing else to say about that except that's a deal and a half. Right, Sophie, Where do I need to go to next, my lovely, please?
Storage boxes, we've got one left.
Okay. All right, let me go back to that. Well, Mel won't mess up any more than the other lot have done. No, you're quite right. I thought about becoming an MP a few years ago, but it costs an absolute fortune to get started, said Carol. Oh, you'd whip them into shape, Carol. Can you imagine me and you together? Houses of Parliament, we'd absolutely whip them into shape, wouldn't we? Hey? Craft budgets and disability, please, Mel. Yeah, I can work that out. That's brilliant. Oh dear, can you imagine me and Carol Lewis in Parliament? Good grief, they would wonder what I did to them, wouldn't they? Because you don't mince your words like I don't, do you? I love that. Right, we've got one of these left. So this is the box that you build yourself. It comes with everything that you need, including a little directional memo in there, although I think it's pretty obvious. And I love this because it has the proper metal fixings in it. So you literally, and look at this. So the holes, so you've got one piece of board there. You've got this piece of board that will match up to that. And then another piece that comes over the top. And it's a continual piece. So it's one big piece of board. It's not glued together or fastened together. It is literally one piece of board that does the lot. Metal rivets to go through there. So you've got then that 3 pieces of board, which makes it really, really strong. You get all your metal rivets in there. So you just literally, they're on a thread. So push these through, put those on to tighten them. And you even get, and I love this, your little leather strap to go on the front as the handle. So whether it's under bed storage, whether it's for the kids, but you're going to decorate it to look like a nice piece of furniture, it's entirely up to you what you do with it, but we've got one left. So if you want it, you're going to have to be quick. That's all I'm going to say to you, okay? And the lid would be amazing with rice papers on. Just putting that out there, that'd be great, wouldn't it? I have a keyboard size space right now, says Amanda. I know, right? Why do we do that? We can have the biggest table in the world. It's like, you know, when you buy a handbag, I mean, my life's in my handbag. Everything's in that bag. And then Mick said to me, why don't you just get a smaller bag? I was like, well, that's not going to work because I can't fit everything in the handbag I've got. He went, well, then why don't you get a bigger one? I said, because I'll fill that as well. We do, don't we? Doesn't matter what we get, we fill it, right? I know. It's just, I think it's an inbuilt thing. Carol Lewis, I love you. She says, this group could take over every department in Parliament and do a much better job than the cowboys that have been doing it for the last few decades. Yes, Carol. I know we're not supposed to discuss politics and religion and all that kind of stuff, but that's classic. I love that, Carol. That's brilliant. Right, have we got any of the craft ones left?
Yeah, we've got 2.
We've got 2. Right, quick. Seriously, if you don't like the craft, paint it. I'm just going to put that out there. You've even got enough space in the lid. So if I just open one of these up, you need these in your life. These are brilliant. Imagine a gift for a bride in here. I'll tell you what else. I once got something like this off my sister-in-law, but it was square. It was square boxes that stacked up, and in every layer was a different food. So a different treat. So there was a Christmas cake in the bottom, and then I think there was some panettone in another one, and then some chocolate in another one. It was really cool. But I can't remember who it was it Wendy? I think it was Wendy that said about the Christmas Eve boxes. Yeah. Yes, Wendy. These would be great for Christmas Eve boxes, wouldn't they? And you can use them year after year after year. They could become like a little bit of a family tradition, couldn't they? I love the fact that you've got the woven ribbon on there as well. So they've even thought about the type of ribbon that will work really well with these. These are just knotted through. So if you are going to paint it, you could take this out. If you wanted to put something different in here, you could absolutely do that. Really nice reinforced base. You've got the metal rivets again all the way around and around the bottom as a decorative element or holding that base in place, but 2 of them. So when you get it, don't think you've only got one because there's another one inside. I was properly surprised when I came in this morning because I thought $14.99 for that, brilliant. I buy that all day, every day because I can decorate it, I can craft it, right? But when I opened it up and saw there was 2, I was like, wow, that's amazing. And I thought $17.99 was good for that. $14.99 for these, £7.50. £7.50, that's amazing. That's like literally a hot chocolate and a slice of toast, isn't it? Fabulous that. Love those. Like I said, even if you put them in the kids' rooms for toys, but Christmas Eve boxes, I love that idea. That's great. David's just let out the bag that we've got some beautiful rice papers for coming Christmas. I haven't seen them yet. It's a proper little squirrely, you know. Proper little squirreler. Right, let's have a look what you've all got to say. Let's have a look. So Karen Albert says, too true. I agree with Carol, lol. Amanda says, funny. Well said, Carol, says Mitch. Give everybody a crafting holiday for mental health and VAT-free craft. Right? I don't think that's ever going to happen, is it, Bridget? My friends would use those round boxes to store all her fascinators. Nice, that's what they like, aren't they? Hat boxes. Love that. Think they're brilliant. I keep on at my hubby for a Christmas Eve box, but he won't go for it. Lorraine. You know what you do, don't you? Make your own and give him the receipt. That's what I do. That's what I do. Honestly. Every year. What do you like for Christmas, love? On Christmas Day. Go figure. I know, right? Right. Do I need to look at anything else before we leave you? So
the shop organised, which is the two white organisers for the shoes.
These?
Yes.
These are brilliant. And this deal is ridiculous. A £5 before you discount. Ready? Ready? Love doing this. Whoop! Look at that. How cool is that? And you're getting 2 of them. So, really well manufactured, fabulous hook and look, so they're strong. Stitched, double stitched down here. You've got the little piece of board at the front. These are brilliant for getting all the shoes out the whole way, aren't they? When we stayed in Peterborough, hate me for saying this, but it's true. When we stayed during lockdown, we rented a house in Peterborough. There'd be me, Stephanie, David, who else came? Mandy Taylor. There's a few of us stayed in the house. And David would walk in an evening, such a boy thing to do. Walk in, walk out with shoes, leave his shoes in the middle of the corridor. I'm like, dude, someone's going to fall over that. Oh, yeah, like that. If we had one of these, that would have been blinking brilliant, wouldn't it? I'll tell you what else. Oh, could you hang it from a... I reckon if you got a curtain rail and put it on brackets, like a proper pole one, they'd go over that. That'd be great, wouldn't it? I love these. I think they're absolutely fabulous, but I can't get over the price. You know, sometimes where you go, they can't be that good at that price. It's the opposite. I would be expecting to pay at least $24.99 for one. It's that good a quality. And they've got the board in the bottom and the top, but you're getting 2 of them today for $9.99. That is superb. I love that. I love organising, because there's nothing worse than when you're trying to look, you spend more time looking for something than you do actually using it, don't you? Right, I'm going to do a quick recap on these because I think these are brilliant for the kids. So we're going to open this up, or for you, you know, it doesn't matter. You can change this if you want. You could paint over it with your Cadence hybrids and get rid of it depending on what you want to do with it. But you open it up. So first of all, clever design. They haven't just gone and put that flat. They've made it so you've got that curve in the front. So if you look at it that way, you can see, get your thumb in it like that and just pull it open. It's brilliant, really clever design. Then you open it up and you've got a spoon and your fork in there. So if you're going out on a little picnic, I'll tell you what, this is good for going to the beach. Because it's so tightly sealed, it'll stop sand getting in your sandwiches. That makes me toes curl just thinking about it. Open this up. You've got your 3 different compartments in there. Now I'd have a glitter station, an embossing powder and an ultra thick embossing enamel, and I'd use the spoon to put the product onto my stamps, etc. But then you've also got this full side here. So you could put all sorts of different things in there. I know when we went to Alton Towers with the kids a few years ago now, it cost a small fortune for lunch. This would have been so much better because there's loads of places to sit. You've got everything that you need. You can bespoke it for each member of your family if you're going out, and you're getting 2 of them for $9.99. I mean, crazy. Made in Turkey as well. So shop pink will get you the pink ones. Shop red will get you the red ones. Sorry, Sophie, I did that the wrong way around, didn't I? Shop red will get you those. This one, or Alice would have. She's not girly girl anymore. She's proper full-on outdoorsy. Basketball. So 2 of those is shop blue. And if you want one for a grown-up, you've got the cream. Shop cream. Right, we haven't got very long left. Are we going to spin the wheel, Soph?
Yeah.
Let's do that. Let's move it over here, and then you know I'm not cheating you, which I would never do anyway, but you know. Doing things properly.
The winner is Lorraine Roberts. Robson.
Number 5, spin again. Lorraine Robson. I always get 5 or 9, Lorraine. Let's see what you're going to win. 10. Oh, spin again. Blinking out. They've changed it to number 10. Look, they put it on the bottom. That's annoying. Right, 6. 100 points. Right, keep an eye out in your emails because you'll get a message from us and then we'll ask you for some details so we can get those added to you. Right, thank you for keeping me company this hour. I don't know what's coming up next. What do you know, Sophie? It's who?
It's Resin.
Resin next with David. Oh, I might have a sneaky peek on that. Might have to go in and have a look. But yes, if I ever run for Prime Minister, I will let you know. But yeah, whip them into shape. Me and Carol side by side. I think that would put the fear of God in them. And so it should. Right, I will see you at 12 o'clock with Tattered Lace Crafting. You don't want to miss that one. I'll see you then. Take care. Lots of love. Bye.